Hi, it's Ashley from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and welcome back to my channel where I make a lot of cake and cookie decorating tutorials as well as give a lot of baking business tips. But today we are back for another vlog, and I gotta say, pre-warning, this vlog doesn't actually include a whole lot of baking. There is baking, but I feel like when you are a baker yourself, your own birthday tends to be at the bottom of your list, especially for me because I have so many birthdays in March, so by the time I get to my own birthday, I really don't feel like baking that much. It's almost like that's my own gift to me. So I knew my friend Alia, Cake Legend here on YouTube, was going to be making me my most favorite cake of all time. So I decided to bypass making a cake at all. I know usually I make some sort of fake cake or do something fun, but this year I was just so pressed for time, so I decided to skip that part. And actually, these macarons that I'm showing you, I did make in preparation for my birthday, but it was kind of a two-in-one. I'll show you a more detailed tutorial of these particular macarons because these ones are actually going to be for Easter. At this point, as I was making the macarons, I didn't have a definitive theme. So I know the title says that I had a Barbie pink birthday, which I totally did, but on the day before the party, I had no idea what the theme was going to be. I just knew I wanted something delicious, and I absolutely love everything chocolate, so I knew going with chocolate shells, I couldn't go wrong. So to make these chocolate shells, I really just add in about a tablespoon of cocoa powder to my original macaron recipe, and then I find it's always that perfect hit of cocoa without changing the recipe's composition. Now, I remember when I first started learning how to make macarons, in that class, the teacher said that we should set aside a whole day to make macarons because obviously it's very labor intensive. But now that I've made so many trays of macarons in my time, I was kind of just fitting these in. I had an extremely busy Friday. I went to the gym and I had a whole bunch of things that I was doing with the kids, and then I came back and I was supposed to go to dinner with my friends. So I ended up leaving these for about 3 to 4 hours setting, and luckily nothing happened. In fact, I think it did a really good job on creating nice feet. I was super tired and feeling lazy, and my friend said, just relax, don't do anything. So then I woke up the next day and I got that filling ready, and that was some leftover peanut butter cream that I had. And I was trying to do this like kind of cool trick for a short, but it didn't work, and then I ended up dropping a shell. So I was pretty upset about that, and it really made everything uneven because I would have had the perfect amount of shells. I'm sure something like that has happened to all of us. So I decided to play it safe with the next tray and take off each shell one by one so we didn't have any more casualties. Now, like I had mentioned previously, the theme was not decided upon until the very last minute. So when I was at dinner with my friends, we decided to go to the mall, and I still didn't have a theme. I still didn't know what I was doing for my birthday, which, if you know me, is very unlike me. Usually I'm very well planned, and because my birthday is on spring break, it gives me all of that time. But for some reason, I wasn't focused this year, guys. But we stumbled upon a Barbie shirt in the window of a store. So we decided to go in, and we found all of this really great Barbie merch. So we decided to get a whole bunch. We got enough for our friends to borrow as well, and thus the theme was born. So I guess my one little regret was that these particular macarons weren't pink, because that would have really fit well with the theme. But I was also all about having the most delicious food at my birthday. I know if you guys watch my stories, you know I've been hitting up the gym 7 days a week and being really careful about what I eat. And I gotta say, I do feel great. However, I think balance is also important, so I really wanted to treat myself, and I was definitely going to treat myself with these macarons, which I was filling with some salted caramel with that peanut butter buttercream, and then I'm going to roll these in almonds as well. This was kind of my take on like a Snickers bar, but made with almonds. And in going completely against the grain of what my macaron teacher told me to do, I was again fitting in this filling process right in between some important things that I had to do. So prior to this, I went to go get some breakfast for the kids, and then I also bought all of the decor, you know, super last minute, just a few hours before the party, and then I came home to fill these. And then the next thing that I was supposed to do was go to the spa with all of my friends. That was the one thing that I did actually plan in advance. So I knew I couldn't be late for that. So I was kind of rushing here. And then I missed a very, very important step. But I do end up doing it later. I just end up doing it way after the party. So none of my guests actually got to enjoy that final step. But people still said they liked these. But take it with a grain of salt because it was my birthday, so maybe they felt like they had to say that to me. So after the spa, I had exactly 1 hour to get everything ready. And what was great about this theme was, for the most part, I had a lot of stuff, so I didn't have to spend a whole lot on decor. But I did discover that I need more pink things in my life. I have a lot of like clear things and silver things and some gold, but I think I could do with more pink. And then I randomly came across my daughter's tutu that she was wearing earlier, but I thought that it would actually be a very good decor piece. Sometimes I do that and I put tutus or skirts around different things, so it just gives it that little bit of fullness. And one thing I do at most of my parties, adult or children's parties, I always get a piñata. So those were the goodie bags for the piñata. And we stuffed the piñata full of Purdy's chocolates, which is a really delicious chocolate brand here in Canada. And not only are all of these things my favorite foods, but I did not have to cook them, which made it even better. And my friends devoured all of it, and we had such a good time. And this is the most amazing cake that I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm so happy because Ashleigh has shared the recipe with me. So I'm going to try and make that in a video. So this is the next day after the party was officially over and everything had been cleaned up, and it wasn't as big of a crazy party mess as when I did my niece's birthday stuff. It was pretty simple. So I was making the chocolate ganache here, and I really wanted to dip these macarons in that chocolate ganache. So I had saved some of the macarons from earlier. I didn't put all of them out, and I dipped all of the rest. And this is what it was supposed to be like, a really nice play on that Snickers chocolate bar. And I did end up putting sprinkles on some of them, and then I just left some of them blank on top with just that chocolate ganache. Now, ordinarily, I would take candy melts or just chocolate and melt it and dip it in. But lately, I've really been liking the ganache on top. I find that it's not as crunchy, so it doesn't cause everything to kind of break apart on that macaron. I think when it comes to macarons, having a nice ganache layer on there just helps keep in tone with that light crunch with that slight chew in there. My husband ended up eating a few of these and he said that they were fabulous. So I put these all in the freezer. They'll keep well for up to 3 months, even covered in ganache like this. So I am looking forward to unfreezing these one by one and treating myself. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading weekly, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Also, be sure to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!